Okay, campers, rise and shine. And don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today.
Hey, it's cold out there every day. What is this, the NES beach?
Not hardly. And you can expect hazardous travel later today with that, that blizzard thing.
Oh, yeah, I lost my script. Hang on. that blizzard thing.
That blizzard.
That blizzard thing. Yeah, that blizzard thing. Oh, well, here's the report. Yeah. The National Weather Service says it's calling for a big blizzard thing.
Well, they are, but another reason why today is especially exciting.
Well, it's especially cold.
Especially cold. Oh, okay, but the big question on Johnny B's lips.
My chapped lips.
Your chapped lips, right? Do you think Phil's going to come out and see his shadow?
Pop the Toddy, Phil.
That's right, Woodchuck Chuggers. It's Johnny B!
Well,
What's up, brother?
Well, I am right now. I was going to nap, but you called me in. And I'd like to thank my drama coach, Bill Kay, because I couldn't have done it.
Brother Murphy's always waking
really
people
paid
up.
off.
That's what I do. But you know what I think I'll do? I think at the bottom of the hour, I'll wake Dan Mandis up. What do y'all think? He's been in bed for half hour already.
Well, if you ever made it back home.
JB, we're thinking about you down there. Everything, you make it out of the storms okay, man?
Yeah, luckily we did. We never lost power. And, I hate saying that with so many people, hurting up in Nashville. I've been really praying for folks up there and hope things get back to normal soon. But with NES, we now know what it stands for, no electric service.
Oh, boy, you're said a mouthful there, brother. You're
Brother
right.
Johnny B,
yeah.
you took proactive action around your homestead. You got rid of some
I did.
trees.
I got rid of, thank God I got rid of those Bradford pear trees.
Amen.
Because if I hadn't got rid of those, I would have had limbs all over the yard.
Man.
No question. Well, listen, we're glad that y'all are okay down there, and we're thinking about you. How's everything else going? Circling the Drain's doing great, brother.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you for that, and it would do even better if more people, get on and subscribe and watch it. You get Jay Harper all the time on this radio station, and of course Ken Cephas there, Ken Weaver, and Jackson, who just loves this bit.
No, yeah, you know what he did? He just walked out of the room.
Yeah,
Johnny
he just
B.
left.
He just left. That's how sick of he is
I
of the
have
bit.
I have that effect on people. That's why I've been married so many times. People just walk out of the room.
That's not true.
I think Ken Weaver has done the best because I listened. And I think Ken Weaver, Pamela did a pretty good job, but I think Ken Weaver so far has been the go-to guy for this bit.
Weaver has killed it. I mean, he's owning it. I mean, it's like I'm just talking to him,
Well,
right?
it's because I'm full of it.
He is full of it. He is full of it. It's true. He's full of it. Johnny
He
B,
is an honest man.
have you ever known anyone, or have you yourself ever eaten groundhog?
I haven't, but I'm thinking now that we may go up and just take Punxsutawney Phil out and make beef jerky out of it.
Oh, listen, if anybody can make some delicious groundhog jerky, it would be Glenna.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, she'd definitely do it. So I think that's our plan. We're going to go up to Punxsutawney and get little Phil out, and, we'll just make jerky out of it.
Absolutely love it.
Because I'm sick of winter.
Oh, me too, brother.
Oh well, we're going through the worst of it. We're on the right side of winter now. I kind of like it. I don't like the ice, and I don't like the power being out, but I kind of like a little snowfall.
Well, I mean, snow would be fine. We could have snowball fights and all that stuff, but ice, no, man, we can't have any more of that.
No, sir. That's why we can't even have snow, because you can't risk it.
That's right. And the NES woman, she can kiss my eye.
Johnny V, we miss you, and everybody. I mean, I'm getting inundated with people that want me to tell you how much they love you and how much they miss you.
Well, I love them. I miss them, and I appreciate you guys plugging the podcast. I really appreciate that. And just power to what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. You sound good.
I feel somewhat obligated to try to support the podcast because, I did my best to destroy it by being on it, and I'm sorry for that. So.
No, I do that every day, buddy.
Well, I mean, it's on all the platforms, right? It's on the YouTubes and the Facebooks and all of that.
Oh, you can't miss it, man. And check out circleinthedrain.net because we got stuff that you can get. Caps, T-shirts, stuff like that. It's really a cool site. So check it out.
Well, we love you, brother, and we'll come see you. I'm closer to you now, down south, so I'll come see you.
Yes, you are. There's no excuse now to just avoid me like Mandus does.
I'm going to tell him you said that when I wake him up in about 20 minutes, okay?
Well, please do, and tell him I love him and miss him.
All right, we'll see you, brother.
Love you, brother Johnny B.
All right, buddy.
Take it easy.
Take care, brother Ken.
There's JB. So somebody said that we needed to get some star power in on this thing, so there you go.
And we finally got some.
There we got some star power. How about that? Speaking of star power, he walks into our studios. He is from AFP, Americans for Prosperity. But for our purposes here today, beyond all of the good work that they do in the General Assembly and all of that, he's here to talk about electricity. His name is Michael Lotfi, and he joins us in studio. In the absence, we had originally, now in his defense, and I'm not here to defend him, Lotfi, but they told me that he was 95%. And so I guess we caught the 5% that he wasn't. I'm talking about, of course, Mayor Freddie O'Connell, who tentatively scheduled to be on during this time. And I thought, well, you know what? If we're not going to get Freddie, let's get somebody that has a few things to say about good old Freddie.
The next best thing.
I wouldn't say that. What's going on?
Oh, man, we're tired.
I bet.
We're very tired.
You're without power.
No power for 9 days now. I don't even know what today is. Tuesday?
It's Monday.
Monday?
It's Monday.
Sounds like a Monday. Feels like a Monday. Yeah, man, it's been rough. It's been super, super rough. Our next door neighbor's house burnt to the ground. We've had
What?
Yeah, it did.
Oh no!
We got a phone call while we were at the hotel because a friend knew that we had a live wire on top of our house. Tried to call NES a million times. Tried to call the fire department. Tried to call everybody. All they can do is try to call NES, and NES just couldn't care less. And so a friend knew that we had a live wire on top of our house, and so they saw our neighbor's house on the news, thought it was our house because they knew the street name, and we had just moved. We've only been there for 6-7 months now, and so they couldn't quite remember what our house looked like, but they knew the street, and they thought that it was ours. And so we were in a hotel and they had no idea. So we ran over there that morning and it was just must have been 100 firefighters out there trying to put it out. And then it caught on fire again that night. And so whatever they could have salvaged is completely gone now. And another car 2 doors down on the other side caught on fire, an electric vehicle that was damaged by a tree falling on it. I mean, it's like a war zone out there, man. I mean, it's crazy.
And but I have it on good authority that the NES has all of this under control.
Yeah, I mean, you ask them. I certainly haven't heard them apologize yet. Have you? Have you heard Freddie apologize? No, I haven't either. It's so funny. He and the Metro Council control the entire NES board. Not one of them have taken any accountability for this themselves, and which, is not surprising, I guess. But, no apologies. I
mean, and this Teresa Broyles-Applin lady, who was obviously, you call it a DEI hire. It was a horrible hire. This is a person that had no experience in electrical operation prior to her being hired as an accountant with NES. And that's fine. We need accountants, but we don't need accountants in charge of making decisions that could potentially cost people their lives.
Yeah, well, so it's funny, as I know some people that know her, and allegedly, their opinion of her is not very high. They said that, she wasn't that good at her previous job, and but she has a bunch of political connections, I guess, and somehow got put, in charge of the nation's 10th largest public electricity utility.
Say it one more time for those in the back.
The nation's 10th largest public electricity utility. and this woman has
And
zero.
we had 200 linemen staged in advance of what was being called. Hey, this is a 20-year storm. Y'all need to be careful.
Well, no, Matt. It's an unprecedented story. They've never could imagine this, even though there's so much precedent in history of these things happening right here in Nashville, and they all act like it was the first time in history this has ever happened. That no one could have ever guessed when it was literally being forecasted a week ahead of time.
It's an embarrassment, and more than an embarrassment, it's a tragedy because you talk about the loss of property, and obviously there's a tremendous amount of property loss, but then the loss of life.
Yeah,
5 I think it is in Davidson County, 23 statewide. I asked Senator Marsha Blackburn earlier today when she made an appearance with us a direct question: do we need new leadership? Does Teresa Broyles Applin need to be fired? And she said, without hesitation, yes.
No, there's no question. She never should have been in the job in the first place. I mean, you're absolutely right. There's nothing in her resume to indicate that this was anything other than a DEI hire. And what has she done since she's got there? A bunch of clean energy, save the tree canopy.
Talked about canopies a lot. Yeah. Every interview I've seen with her, she talks about canopies. And what infuriates me is it's one thing to be all woke and, worry, and that's fine. People like trees. I like trees. Everybody likes trees.
Oh, I love trees.
But if that's the way you're going to be, if you have a modicum of intelligence about how to do your job, then you understand that it is even more important. It is doubly, triply, quadruply important that you make sure that you understand what happens if you have that canopy.
Yeah.
And that is, you're more prone to ice coming down. You're more prone to limbs coming down. You're more prone to electricity.
Yeah, look, I'm an outdoorsman, so I actually love the fact that that Nashville is one of the greenest cities. I love that. I think that's great. But I also think that you have to use freaking common sense, and you don't leave those trees in front of power lines, regardless of whether it's that's the other thing too, is we had the derecho a couple of years ago. There's a massive windstorm. So whether it's wind that's bringing it down or it's ice that's bringing it down, I mean, it's common sense, but these folks don't have a lot of that. But Senator Blackburn is exactly right, as she always is. This woman needs to go. She has no business, no qualifications doing this job whatsoever. And I'll take it a step further, Matt. The state of Tennessee needs to take over the board of NES, plain and simple.
We're going to talk about that in a moment with our good friend Michael Lotfi in just a second. I do want to go back, and I don't want anybody to think that I was being nasty toward accountants. 4432 says there are many accountants that can run companies. Financial experts go on to become CEOs. She's not one of them. You're right. I'm sure that there are many accountants that understand how to run companies, but certainly Teresa Broyles Applin is not one of them, as evidenced by just the last several weeks.
Well, and there are accountants that grow up in that company and then become the CEO, right? I mean, like, this woman didn't grow up at NES. She's not been there for 15 years, with an intimate knowledge of the company and so on. I mean, she doesn't have the experience at NES. She wasn't an accountant at NES for 15 years. She was an accountant at a nursing home company.
Well, no, she understands crunching numbers.
Yeah.
And she understands how to save money on tree trimming. But sadly, we can't really point to where those savings went. Because they sure as hell didn't go to subcontracting out linemen prior to an ice storm.
To DEI classes. How many classes?
102
DEI
classes.
I think
and weren't they talking reported
about
that over at Tennessee
DEI
Star.
Consultant that they had on the agenda, whether or not they were going to rehire the DEI or extend the contract of the DEI consultant in the middle of a stated national or a state of emergency. They're literally have on their agenda whether or not they're going to extend the contract for their DEI consultant. I mean, this is crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
All right, we'll take a few of your telephone calls. We'll get more from Lotfi, and we'll explore. He knows the halls of the General Assembly as good as anybody. We'll explore exactly what it would look like for the state to say, you know what, we don't think it's right for Davidson County to control the decision-making in things that affect so many different surrounding communities. It's 21 after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It's also Groundhog Day. Okay, campers, right, rise and shine. Don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Yeah, not hardly. You can expect hazardous travel later today with that, Jackson, that blizzard thing.
Oh, that blizzard thing. Oh, Matt, I'm sick of this. Every damn break, we're coming back with the same music, the same stupid intro, and it's worse. It's just every time it gets worse and worse, and I'm done participating in the madness that is this bit. It is driving me insane, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next.
I don't have that on my script.
Weaver.
Oh, well, here's the report. The National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
Blizzard thing. There's another reason why today is especially exciting, Ken.
Especially cold.
Especially cold. Okay, the big
Especially dumb.
Especially. It's on everybody's lips except Jackson's.
Their chapped lips.
On their chapped. Jackson's.
I'll tell you what's chapped.
Easy, big fella. Do you think Bill's going to see his shadow Weaver?
Punxsutawney Phil?
That's right. Woodchuck Chuckers except Jackson. It's Groundhog Day. Are you going to be okay over there? I worry about you.
I'm done. I got my nincompoop, though. It's you.
Now you know how Phil felt. Phil Connors.
Yeah, he actually went through it.
I mean, he had to go through it. Hey, Ken, have you ever seen a study on they did an analysis on like how many days he had to spend in that vortex, and it's like 10,000 years.
Whoa.
Well, because they analyzed how long it would take him to learn how to play the piano. Yeah. How long it would take him he learned French. You know what I mean? I mean, how long it took him he learned how to ice sculpt with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the analysis it was 7,000 years or something like that. It's a long time. Michael Lotfi has been waiting for a long time. I'm sorry that I don't have a phone charger for you. I feel bad.
You should.
Lotfi asked me if I had a phone charger. This is how his week's going. He's got no phone. He's got no phone access, and I've got the new phone charger, not the old phone charger. And I'm sorry.
That's all right.
If anybody listening has a phone charger for Lotfi, he would appreciate it. All right, so let's. Can you give me the breakdown of what you think needs to happen here?
Yeah. So very simply, I've been talking with a lot of lawmakers. Don't know how far it'll go. We'll see. But I've been talking to a lot of folks at the legislature saying that this has got to change. Again, NES, Nashville Electric Service, is the 10th largest electric utility, public electric utility in the country. And it serves not only Nashville, Davidson County, but 6 other counties that touch it. Now, it's not the entire county, of course, but it serves, half or so or portions of 6 other counties that touch Davidson
Including
County.
Williamson, where you live.
Including Williamson, Cheatham County, where I used to live, Robertson County, Sumner County, Williamson County, Rutherford County. And I've spoken with lawmakers in every single one of those counties that represent every single one of those counties, and I have told them flatly it is time for the state to take over the NES board, because it is absolutely asinine that as voters and citizens who live in these other border counties that are captured by the NES monopoly, because that's what it is is a monopoly, that we have absolutely no representation, no recourse whatsoever. That board is entirely controlled by liberal Freddie O'Connell and his left-wing lunatic city council. And this is the, again, 10th largest energy utility in the country, and leftists hate energy. They hate energy.
Well, I mean, and if you go back and watch this, this Broyles Applin lady, the CEO, every interview she talks about sustainability. Yes. Every interview she talks about renewability. Right. Every interview she talks about the canopy. Yeah. You know what she doesn't talk about?
Generating more electricity.
So that
for ratepayers will be able to pay less for electricity. We're so far behind China, Matt, when it comes to electricity. It's not even funny. Like, it's literally a national security issue as how far we are behind China, and when it comes to electricity generation. And yet you have, again, the 10th largest electric utility in the country under total control of liberal Freddie O'Connell and his city council, and yet here are these other counties that are technically Republican counties, and we are completely captured by them with no recourse whatsoever. The state has to take over this board. I don't care. Like I firmly believe that Nashville should still have some representation on the board, but so should the other counties. So what needs to happen is that every county that is serviced by this utility, you need to have a board member from each one of those counties, and not just somewhere in the county, but actually that lives in the service district of those of that county. Every single county, Cheatham County, Rutherford County, Robertson County, Williamson County, Wilson County, they all need to have a member from the board. The legislature and the governor need to have appointments on this board, and so can Nashville, because they're a part of it too. I'm not saying they're not, but they don't deserve total carte blanche control over this monopoly that no one else has a choice but to live under.
Well, and I know he hates it. I call him Feckless Freddy for a reason, because he doesn't seem to be able to take a stand when the chips are down. He tried to for a hot minute when he criticized the CEO. Here's what I would love to see. I want to see the mayor of Nashville step out and say, based on the lack of leadership over the last 10 days to 2 weeks, I am calling on the CEO of National Electric Service to resign.
And the board.
And the board to resign. And we are going to work in collaboration with our partners in the region, and we are going to appoint a new board, and we're going to find a new CEO that can do the job.
And by the way, I'm the one who appoints the board, and the buck stops with me.
Yep. I mean, that is taking ownership, and that is taking leadership.
Yeah. So I've heard so far that there has been a bill proposed by some of the Nashville Democrats who are state lawmakers. Let me tell you, I have zero interest in their bill. I'm not saying it may be a good bill, maybe a bad bill, but at the end of the day, they're not going to do anything that's actually going to truly hold the mayor accountable. The only thing that will hold him accountable and the Nashville City Council accountable is if the state takes some ownership over this board, which, being that it is in fact a regional utility, the state has every interest in doing so. There's been some conversations about like the BNA, the Nashville Airport Board that the state tried to take over, and that's still going through court. But this is so there were some legal hurdles there dealing with like the home rule aspects of the Constitution and what a state can do when it comes to a city's operations and how the city functions. However, this is so different because BNA, the airport, is literally just inside of Nashville, right?
Yeah, it's in Davidson County.
It's in Davidson County. Like, again, that's still going. It
serves everybody, but it is physically.
But it's physically in Davidson County. NES has a monopoly over portions of 6 other counties. It's totally different. So the state should have the ability to come in and take over.
Michael Lotfi is going to stick around. We got Nincompoops coming up. We got your calls coming up 34 after the hour. I'm very late. I apologize. It feels like Groundhog Day that I'm very late like this. It's like it happens on a daily basis. My apologies to Ken Weaver. Here comes the news.
Full forecast traffic updates in 5 minutes. And right now in Nashville, nearly 24,000 still without power 9 days out from the winter storm. Leadership in the Tennessee legislature ready to act. House Majority Leader, Portland Republican State Rep William Lambert telling WTN's Matt Murphy Show.
We're going to wait until we have everyone back online, that power is restored to every Tennessean, that cleanup is at least underway, and that we've mourned these 23 dead and hope and pray that no additional Tennesseans die from this. And then we're going to dig into this, and we're going to find out what happened, and we're going to do everything we can at the state level to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Mayor Freddie O'Connell says the new commission he created will dig into what went wrong at NES.
I have not yet evaluated what our opportunities are between the clarifications of asking for resignations versus firing, but I also feel like we are right now focused. We had, NES board and executive leadership present yesterday, and I know they understand exactly how clear I've been in my expectations for what's happening this week.
Channel 4's Hunter Hoagland with details on this new commission.
So 9 people, it's a mix of community leaders and experts in utilities, emergency response, and crisis communications will sit on this new commission. They'll work alongside the vice mayor and Metro Council's president pro temp. The mayor says he wants the recommendations as soon as possible, with a final report expected within 6 months.
NES says it now has the ability to let customers know when power's been restored through the residential service status tracker at nespower.com. Water issues are the next concern, but not the quality, according to Deputy Director Brent Freeman.
Water quality here in Nashville community remain safe.
And he says all pumping stations and reservoirs are working properly. However,
As the temperatures rise, for us, the emergency is not over.
that means thawing will cause water main breaks, which will mean outages. But he says they've got ample crews on standby to respond when and where needed. That's the latest news. Traffic and weather next. I'm Ken Weaver, WTN News.
Oh, come on! Here we go. Let's go. Jackson, shush up. Okay, campers, rise and shine, and don't forget your booties because it's cold out there today.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly. And you know you can expect hazardous travel later today with that, that blizzard thing.
Oh, that blizzard thing. Oh, well, here's the report. The National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
Yes, they are. But the other reason why today is especially exciting.
Especially cold?
Especially cold, okay. But the big question on everybody's lips.
They're chapped lips.
They're chapped lips, okay. Do you think Phil's going to come out and see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil.
That's right, Woodchuck Chuckers. It's Groundhog Day. And Dan Mandis got up for the bit. Dan, what's going on, brother?
Can I go back to bed now?
I think Jackson wants to go back to bed now. Jackson is a little over it.
Do you know the first time that I don't know if you remember, the first time that I heard this, I think I just hired you.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, my God, what have I done?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I didn't understand it, but now I get it. It's like Groundhog's Day every half hour on the show.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you get it.
And by the way, I will also tell you that it was this bit that actually inspired me to finally watch Groundhog's Day. I'd never seen it.
What'd you think, Dan?
I love Groundhog's Day.
Yeah, it's good. Good.
I do. I'm like Punxsutawney Phil. I only come out like once a year.
Well, but when you do, everybody applauds and they love you.
Not quite.
And they love you.
By the way, I didn't even hear what has Punxsutawney Phil. What happened today in Pennsylvania?
I think it was winter. I think that's what he announced was winter.
So more winter?
Yeah, everybody wants to go up there and kill him and eat him.
Yes, sir. He saw his shadow.
Yeah.
Did I hear you earlier talking about what Punxsutawney Phil would taste like?
I know people that have eaten ground. Actually, Michael Lotfi's in studio with us, and he claims that he's eaten groundhog.
It's really good.
Lotfi says it's good, Dan. So I know people that have partook of groundhog, and they claim that it's good.
Michael, does it taste like chicken?
I would say it's more like a pot roast veal type of taste, but it is also one of those things. Any game. It's all in how you cook it, right?
Mm.
So, but it
seems
to
me
a little greasy, but it's good.
I was going to say, it seems to me like it would just taste a little gamey.
No, I wouldn't say really gamey. More, no. But again, it's just how you cook it, though.
Okay. You use ketchup with it, or like teriyaki sauce, or what?
A1, brother.
A1.
I have eaten, and this is odd because this is coming from a guy that's promoting the raccoon bill in the legislature. I've eaten raccoon. No. What? What are you knowing, Michael? I have.
You can't say that in Tennessee. That's like saying you're eating the state mascot.
I'm just being honest. I was 14 years old, and it was presented at a wild game cook-off, and I tried it. And
what did it taste like?
It tastes like what I imagine groundhog would taste like, which is kind of greasy. It was like a greasy. No,
you said raccoon, not groundhog. You said
no,
you
that's
ate a
right.
raccoon.
I ate raccoon. Yes, okay. But I imagine that it tasted.
Oh,
like
it tastes like.
You ate T-Rack?
Yeah.
I've got a question for Michael though. Like, so he said it's like eating the state animal or whatever. But what if it's roadkill?
Ooh. Is it okay then?
Yeah, is it all right then?
Why would you? Yeah, I guess.
Some people do.
Have any of you ever been to the Nuts and Guts Festival in West Tennessee? Talk about some good eating right there.
You don't get this on Nashville's Morning News, everybody. I'll tell you that.
No, you
Dan,
don't.
have you ever been to the Nuts and Guts Festival?
Sure haven't, and if I had, I wouldn't admit it.
I will take all of you sometime.
They got frog legs.
It is on a Saturday. None of you are working. We'll have to and look, most of you are not even from Tennessee. So I feel like if you're gonna call yourselves Tennesseans, you got to go to the Nuts and Guts Festival.
I did go to a Nuts and Guts event one time at a strip club in Aniana, but I'm thinking that was a much different thing. I think
it could be the same. You won't know until you come.
You'll know when we all go to the Nuts and Guts Festival because on Monday we'll all call in sick.
Dan, while you're here, I mean, you've missed out on some of the fun. You took a couple of days off to help out family members, and I know you post a little bit about that, but I know you're excited to get back tomorrow.
I'm very excited to get back tomorrow. I'm going to talk a little Freddie. Actually, talk about a lot of Freddie, just like you are, and NES, and the train wreckery that has been going on since it's been a week now, a little bit over a week since the power went out for these folks, and it's still out. It is amazing, and I've got a lot to say on this. I've had a couple of Metro City Council members and also a member of the National Guard reach out to me and saying some really rough things about Mayor Freddie. I'm not going to talk about it now because I'm still lining up some things. But tomorrow there are some very scurrilous accusations coming not only from inside the Metro Council, which some have been well documented, some hasn't, but also from members of the National Guard and the State Guard. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
That's good.
Because I think Freddie O'Connell, he's trying to point his crooked little fingers toward the NES. But the reality is that he has been part of failed leadership for a long time.
One of the most frustrating things for me has been, Dan, and maybe you've seen this, has been watching these NES videos and the mayor and so on come out behind the linemen. And they put all the linemen in the videos and stuff. And I feel so strongly that they are using them as a prop, trying to hide behind them because they know none of us are mad at the linemen. And they say, oh, our linemen are working. No one's saying the linemen aren't working hard.
Well,
no one is saying anything about the linemen except you all, because you know that you can hide behind these guys and use them as a shield for your failed leadership. It's disgusting.
Well, so over the weekend, I did post a couple of things on Facebook about NES and the DEI and all that kind of stuff. And, Michael, you're absolutely right. I had so many people saying, oh, you're criticizing the linemen, right? And nowhere in my silly little, 45, 50-second post did I say anything about criticizing the linemen. They are doing great work, despite the fact that it seems like, the failed leadership of the mayor in NES seems to be working against them. So you're right. If you criticize NES and if you're criticizing the DEI and you're criticizing the mayor, then people are using that as a shield to say, oh, you're criticizing the linemen. No, I'm not. I'm criticizing upper management. The linemen are doing great work.
Yeah. Well, and while we're offering friendly advice to Mayor Freddie O'Connell, the next time you try to go for the Oscar by putting on a little performance, by moving limbs around on television, might want to put on a hat and a pair of gloves because anybody that's ever moved trees around, it was 20 degrees, Dan. He doesn't have a hat on. He didn't have a coat on. He didn't have any gloves on. It was like, how much longer did you actually move limbs? 5, 10 seconds after the camera stopped rolling?
Let me tell you what that was. That was get out of the black SUV, get over to the branch, move the branch a couple of feet, and then get back in the SUV. That's exactly what happened. Or a Prius, whatever.
Did you see the Governor Lee, though, out there with an actual chainsaw?
Yeah, he was getting it done.
Could you imagine Freddie holding a chainsaw?
I
can't even imagine
a lot
it.
of bleeding out if you try to use a chainsaw.
All right, Dan, before we say goodbye, I've got this coming in from the Super Text line. This is very good, 2489. I don't know who this is, but this person says, Mandis coming in clutch with the Oscar-worthy performance. How about that?
Look at that. Well, you know what? Can I tell you? I'm going to be honest because everybody knows how I shame Spiral. So I listened to Weaver do it. I listened to Pamela do it. And I listened to Johnny B do it. And I listened to Ken a couple of different times. So everyone has done such a great job. I just didn't want to shank it. I've actually, just so you know, I've been practicing for like 15 minutes my lines.
You notice when Dan was breaking down who did well, he didn't mention you, Jackson.
Oh, well, I don't believe in this bit. I think it's dumb. I think you're just repeating the same thing over and over again to the same Sonny and Cher song that I've heard 100 times today, and I'm sick of it.
By the way, did you hear who won the record of the year? Luther Vandross apparently according to Cher.
What? Yeah.
Did you see that?
No, I did.
She goes up, and I don't. Maybe somebody else can fill in the blanks. But she went up to the Grammys, and she said the winner for the best record is Luther Vandross. And the dude's been dead for I don't know how long.
What?
Who was she trying to say?
Who was she trying to say?
Yeah, it was a song titled Luther Vandross.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and she, oh well, that shows you how out of touch she is.
Well, you know what? I felt bad for her. I didn't watch it obviously, but I saw the clips and such. You feel bad for her because she thought that the winner would be on a teleprompter in front of her, and apparently she saw Luther Vandross and she said that as opposed to the artist, and I don't know who the artist was that actually won, but yeah,
I don't know that I feel bad for her for this reason. Plastic surgery rots your brain, and obviously Cher has had way too much, and her brain has rotted, and that's on her.
She's got some banger songs, though, man.
Maybe instead of changing out all those body parts, she should have changed out the eyes.
Maybe so. That's a good point. What banger song does Cher have?
Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves.
If I could go back in time,
They all sound the same. They all sound the same. Half breed.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go. Cher's a legend. Cher's a legend.
You know what? I would be willing to bet that Weaver actually likes, because he's very eclectic. I bet you Ken Weaver rocks If I Could Turn Back Time.
No, man, I could. As soon as you said it, Dan, it played in my head. Such a great song.
If I could turn back time, I wouldn't see her in that outfit.
Also, do you believe in love? Do you believe in
love? Oh, now we're all going to do our shares. Okay. All right,
man.
For more insane Cher impersonations, tune in to Nashville's Morning News tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Dan, thank you for playing along.
All right, see you later.
All right, see you. There's 53 after the hour. Super Talk. We're going to do nincompoops after the top of the hour. We got to kick it. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Hey, Ken, you want to be DJ 1?
Yes, sir.
All right, go.
Okay, campers, rise and shine. And don't forget your booties because it's cold out there.
It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach?
Not hardly. And you know, you can expect hazardous travel weather later today. You know, that blizzard thing.
Oh, that blizzard thing. Oh, well, here's a report. The National Weather Service is calling for a big blizzard thing.
Yes, they are. But you know, there's another reason why today is especially exciting.
Especially cold.
Especially cold, okay. But the big question on everybody's lips.
Their chap lips?
On their chap lips, right. Do you think Phil's going to come out and see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil?
That's right, woodchuck chuckers.
It's Groundhog Day! Jackson looks so happy.
It's time for the news on Super Talk 99.7 WTN.
We just did it a half hour ago.